Tonight, the nation's health chief is giving weak support for the number one way to prevent measles death. RFK Jr. attended the funeral of a second unvaccinated child who died of measles-related illness in Texas. And afterwards, he took to social media on Sunday to state the obvious. The most effective way to prevent the spread of measles is the MMR vaccine. Joining us at the table is Dr. Chris Purnell. She is the director of the NAACP Center for Health Equity. Dr. Purnell, in addition to that being so late and perhaps too little, RFK Jr. has been saying a lot of other things. Let me just play real quick some of the other remedies that he has been suggesting to people that they should do in order to treat measles.
Right now, we have we're delivering vitamin A. We are providing assistance. If people need ambulance ride, they're getting very, very good results. They report from budesonide, which is a steroid. It's a 30-year-old steroid, and erythromycin, and also cod liver oil, which has high concentrations of vitamin A and vitamin D.
Well, some patients are showing up at hospitals with vitamin A toxicity now.
Too little, too late, and not good enough. Yes, it's good that he at least finally acknowledged that the vaccine is the way to prevent the disease, but we already have 2 dead children in Texas and another dead adult in New Mexico, and we never should have mixed with public health such misinformation and disinformation, because it kills. We've said this time and time again in public health, and once again, that edict has been proven true. We're all concerned that a person like RFK is even the secretary of HHS. He had to be, let's say, strong-armed into releasing this statement. And it needs to be clear and compelling and consistent communication that vaccines work. And in the case of measles, which we have pretty much eradicated unless people were exposed on travel, we're now having a full-blown outbreak across multiple states. The likelihood that the numbers that that are being reported are undercounted is very high.
I don't even understand, Elizabeth, why RFK Jr. is even giving that kind of alleged medical advice. I mean, the public health advice is pretty straightforward. Get vaccinated. Why is he talking about all of these other things that you can do once you've already gotten the measles?
Look, this is what I want to say. I was on the campaign trail with Donald Trump, with our team, with members of the president's family. I have never seen people this excited for someone apart from Donald Trump. So he has tapped into something that the American people were looking for. I think that's important, right? There's a reason he was that popular. People obviously like this kind of advice. They want to know that there are other options out there, and that they are trusted as American citizens to make their own choices. At the same time, obviously, any dead child in America is one too many, especially from measles in 2025. The fact is, people said that he was an anti-vaxxer. He's obviously not. So I think you should take a grain of salt with this. I don't know if he was strong-armed into putting out that statement. The fact is, any child that dies should not happen in America. That is a horrible day in this country, but we're also allowed to get any advice that we want out to people who...
Can we mention he is an anti-vaxxer?
Yeah,
he said
He said there is no such thing as a safe and effective vaccine.
Yes, he was on record weeks ago continuing to spread misinformation about the MMR vaccine. For him to even, in that same statement where he capitulated, if you will, and spoke the truth, he also said things, as was just mentioned, around vitamin A. There is no treatment for measles.
All right.
None.
We got to leave it there, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us, and thanks for watching Newsnight. You can catch me anytime on social media, X, Instagram, TikTok. Laura Codes Live starts right after a quick break.